Don't eat that, sir. Please. She put poison in your food. I saw her do it.
I will not stand here accused of poisoning my future husband by a 7-year-old child.
You looked around first, Miss Victoria. Then you opened your purse. I saw everything. Please. Please don't eat it. She wants to hurt you.
The fork was already halfway to his mouth when Annie ran in. She was 7, the housekeeper's daughter. Her whole night was supposed to be cookies in the breakfast nook while her mother worked the engagement dinner. But Annie had seen something in that kitchen. Don't eat that, sir, please. That food has poison in it. 40 guests turned. Crystal glasses paused mid-air. Ethan Whitmore lowered his fork and looked at the small girl in the doorway. Wrinkled dress. Cloth doll pressed against her chest like armor. Victoria Lane rose beside him. Ivory dress, diamond ring. A smile that had been perfect all evening until this moment. She went back to the kitchen, Annie said. She had a white packet. She poured it into his sauce. I saw everything. The room went cold. Victoria let out a soft laugh. I will not stand here and be accused of poisoning my future husband by a 7-year-old. This child does not know what she saw. Someone whispered, her mother works here. She wanted attention. Grace Carter reached her daughter and gripped her shoulders. Mr. Whitmore, I am so sorry. She must have misunderstood. I didn't misunderstand, Annie said. She looked at Ethan. I was by the pantry. You looked around first, Miss Victoria. Then you opened your purse. Ethan looked at his plate. Other guests were eating. No one looked sick. Are you sure you didn't see a chef adding seasoning? No, sir. It came from her purse. Ethan, Victoria's voice sharpened. 40 people are eating tonight. That plate is fine. That plate is different, Annie said. Mrs. Helen said it was yours specially. It has the little gold flower on the side. At the doorway, Mrs. Helen Brooks went still. The other plates were plain white. His had a small painted flower on the rim, a lighter sauce, a separate preparation, only his. Victoria spoke fast. Of course I checked his plate. I checked everything. That is what you do when you love someone. She turned to Annie and the warmth left her face. But this child ran into my dinner and accused me of murder in front of everyone. Annie, come with me, Grace whispered. But Annie moved first. She grabbed Ethan's plate with both hands. Gasps. Ethan stood and reached for the dish. For one long moment, his hands and Annie's hands were both on the same plate, and Annie looked up at him with the clearest, most frightened eyes he had ever seen. Please, she whispered. Please don't eat it. Ethan pulled the plate free. Set it down. He looked at his guests, at his mother Margaret sitting very still at the far end, at Victoria trembling with elegant fury. Then he picked up his fork. He ate. The room exhaled. Victoria closed her eyes. Grace pulled Annie toward the door. Annie did not cry. She just watched Ethan's face with her doll pressed against her chest. 15 seconds passed. Then Ethan's hand went to his throat. The fork hit the floor. Margaret was already standing. She did not call the doctor near the window. She looked at Victoria, who had not moved, standing perfectly still with both hands clasped at her waist, diamond catching the chandelier light. And Margaret said, very quietly, "Call the police. I believe the little girl. Drop a part 2 right now, because what the police found on that plate destroyed everything Victoria thought she had built. Would you have believed Annie from the start? Tell me below.